These are 10 gift items I think any hunter would be just tickled pink to get this year for a present. I picked these 10 items based on a couple of things. For one, I've used all of them, and I feel really comfortable giving you the recommendation to buy these for a hunter. And two, these are items that a lot of people kind of skim on and get a cheaper version of what I'm going to show you because some of them are a little more expensive. But that's why it makes a great gift, is because it's something you can buy for someone that's really a nice gift that they may not want to buy for themselves. Gift number one, a pair of darn tough socks. These are merino wool socks, and I would recommend getting the Darn Tough brand, not some other brand. There are other good brands out there, but I've just had the best luck with these Darn Tough socks. They're about $25 for a pair of the socks, and what's really nice about them is they actually have a lifetime warranty, and I've used the lifetime warranty on one of my pairs. Got a hole in one of them from a dog chewing it up, honestly. I sent them an email. They sent me a return address. I sent them the socks, and they gave me a credit to buy me a brand new pair of socks. You may think, why in the world would I spend $25 on a pair of socks? Just trust me, buy it for someone and watch them put it on. You'll probably go buy your own pair. They're unbelievable socks, and they're super comfortable, and any hunter would love to have a pair of these socks. My next gift recommendation is a good headlamp. I would recommend spending around $50 on a headlamp. You can spend more if you want. This one is a Fenix HM50R. I've used it all year this year, and I really like it. It's really compact. You can kind of actually pop it out of this little holder here and use it as like a standalone light, or you can obviously use it as a headlamp like it is here. It has a nice feature that the button that you turn it on, you actually have to hold it down for it to come on, and then hold it down for it to turn off, so that keeps it from kind of turning on accident in your pocket. And if you're worried about that, just have to unscrew the cap a little bit on the battery, and it won't come on that way either. So a good hand lamp. You don't have to buy the Fenix one. It's just what I used this year and liked. So that's my second recommendation for your hunter. Next is a power bank for their phones. I use this Ankor one. I've had it for a number of years, and it's actually lasted longer than I expected it to. This will charge my phone a couple times. I think this one's called the Power Core 13,000. I don't know if they make this one anymore, but they do make similar ones. This one I think costs around $40. You can spend a lot more on these or a lot less. It just depends on what you want. Typically, the higher the price, the more longevity you get out of them, and the more times you can charge up your phone or your electronics. But especially if your hunter is a big scouter or goes out of state a lot, one of these little power banks can be awesome. We all use our cell phones now for different mapping softwares, and a lot of times those maps really suck up battery when we're out scouting or driving around or whatever the case may be. And a power bank can be really useful to make sure you don't lose the battery or drain the battery on your phone. Next is a good quality knife. This knife is a Benchmade. I think it's called a Steep Country, and it's around, I want to say, $130. A lot of guys will buy cheap knives, and it's just something that we don't. Some of us don't spend a lot of money on. Some people spend a lot of money on knives, but it's a great gift because the difference between a cheap knife and a really high-end knife is astronomical. The edge retention is unbelievable on this knife, and it's also fairly easy to sharpen. And once I kind of started using this thing, I was like, holy cow, I cannot believe I didn't buy a good quality knife years ago. So get your hunter a good quality knife, and I think they'll love the gift. All right, next on the list is a good multi-tool, specifically the Leatherman Free P4. Don't get any other multi-tool. Get this one. This thing has all kinds of cool features that are super nice for a deer hunter. It obviously has a nice blade on it. but something that I use an awful lot in the deer woods is this little saw. It's a great little saw that works perfect for cutting small limbs. Like on public land, a lot of times you're allowed to cut certain limbs that are like less than an inch in diameter. This thing is perfect for that. Also has like a superior needle nose pliers and also clippers that work perfect. I've done maintenance on all kinds of stuff in the tree stand or in the deer woods with this here set of needle nose pliers. So get your deer hunter a Leatherman Free P4 and they'll love it. All right, next is a pair of pants that I really enjoyed this year. I'm going to give you kind of two options in this category. This first one is a Sitka grinder pant, and this is in particular a really good gift for a deer hunter if they live in areas where there's a lot of like briars and whatnot. These things are actually, I think they're marketed to the duck hunter or the waterfowl industry. But they're like a nylon pant. They're super lightweight, but they actually have some type of material on them that makes them a little more briar proof. But they're not like a typical briar pant. They're not stiff. They're not real heavy and bulky. They're super comfortable to walk around in. I really like these pants. If Sitka is not your favorite flavor, another pant I really like is the First Lite Sawbuck, I believe is what they are called, and these are First Lite's briar pant. Again, they're not marketed to deer hunters. They're more marketed to like the bird hunting industry. But these things are like your typical nylon like stretchy pant. But then on the front of them, where you would walk around, there is a a thicker pad that's sewn in right here. But they're a joy to walk around in, as are the Sitka pants. If you've ever wore like old traditional briar pants that are really stiff and they kind of wear your legs out, these things you can walk around for 20 miles a day and not get fatigued from the pants being too stiff or too heavy. So get them either one of these pants. I can't recommend enough. All right, this is something that I've used for probably 5 years now, and I absolutely love this pack. This is the Kuiu Venture 1800. I don't think they make this particular pack anymore. They make the Venture 2300, which I would get that one anyways. I would go ahead and bump up to the 2300 if they do offer the 1800. This thing is like new still, and I use the crap out of this thing. This is more of a scouting pack for me, and I also take it hunting with me on a late season trip. That like if you have more clothes and stuff you want to pack around, I'll actually put the clothes and whatnot in here, all my camera gear, and I'll strap my beast stand on the back of this pack. It has like these little compression straps that you can hold a lot of weight on them. Actually, you could even haul out a deer with this thing. It's sturdy enough to do something like that. It does have like a really nice hip belt. It's not a frame pack per se, but it is has a structured back. Has a nice hip belt that's really good padding on it. And really comfortable shoulder straps. I think this thing will run you around $200, but any hunter would absolutely love this pack. Whenever I saddle hunt, all I do is I actually put my saddle in this pack, and then I strap my sticks and my platform into these compression straps, and then that's my setup whenever I am using a saddle. So I can't recommend this pack enough if you got a hunter that's a big likes to do a lot of scouting or likes to carry a pack with them to the deer woods. This is the one they want. Okay, something else a lot of deer hunters skim on is good rain gear, and I'll even tell you this: a lot of deer hunters don't even have rain gear, and I think it's something that every deer hunter should own or should have. This particular rain jacket is made by Sitka, and it's called the Dew Point jacket. It's super lightweight, and you can like pack it down to almost nothing, like the size of a softball, and it is super waterproof. It's around $200, which if you ever look up rain gear, that's not that much money for a rain jacket. But I would recommend this one. It has a nice hood on it, and it's super nice for like warmer weather when it's raining. Or if you're going on a backcountry hunt, it's a great jacket to bring along if you're going out to like Colorado mule deer hunting or something like that. If you're looking for something that's a little more heavy duty and something you may wear when it's a lot colder out, I really like this Thlete rain jacket. It's called the Squall. It's a little bit heavier. It has a lot more pockets that are waterproof on it, and it also has like a kind of a nice fleece fill around the collar to keep everything nice and warm. Has a good hood on it, and just to be transparent with you, like this one's significantly more money. I think this one is probably north of $300 for this particular jacket, but it's worth the money if you can afford to indulge in a nice gift for a deer hunter. I think that they would love a good set of rain gear, and everything I talked about, it also applies to the pants. They got them in suits form. You can buy either a jacket or both a jacket and a pants. So a good set of rain gear, that'd be a great gift for a deer hunter. All right, let's keep going up in price. I have been searching for my favorite pair of boots for like probably 10 years now, and I've owned almost every brand you could throw up in the comments section below. And I finally, this year, I got in contact with the guys from Lathrop and Sons. And I've actually became pretty good friends with one of the owners. We talked on the phone for like an hour yesterday. They have a boot called the Encompass that I freaking love. The boot is, I would kind of tell you it's like medium stiff. What I mean by that, like it doesn't have a whole lot of flex in it, but that's like super nice for whenever you're hiking around in hills. If you got a deer hunter that hunts a lot of hill country, the company itself is based out of Illinois, and the background of the company is essentially they are a family of foot doctors that love to deer hunt and love hunting in general. So they ended up coming out with their own hunting boot. Now, they do have a couple of different models on their website. This one in particular is the Mountain Hunter Encompass, and I can't say enough good things about this boot. Since they are a foot doctor, you can actually call Lathrop and Sons, and they can kind of guide you into whatever boot would be best for your feet. They even have like a mapping system where they can send you, a mapping kit for your feet. You put your feet on this like this transparent paper and trace it, and then send that back to them, and they set you up with the insoles you need and also the boot size that would fit you the best. I don't have many foot problems at all, and all I did was I called them. I talked to Steven, and we went over like what boots I liked in the past, what boots I didn't like, what size I typically wear in different brands, whether that be like a Solomon tennis shoe or a Zamberlan mountain boot, and then they kind of knew based off that what size I should get, and these things fit perfect. I really didn't have any break-in time with them. It just worked. This is the boot that me and Dan have been wearing all year. We get a ton of questions about this boot. We're actually having them on the podcast tomorrow. So Lathrop and Son Boots. Now, with that being said, these suckers are probably going to run you around $450. But they're going to last you forever if you take good care of them. I actually need to clean mine and condition the leather and all that. But yeah, I cannot recommend these enough if you have a deer hunter. If you don't know their foot size, you may just like look around in their closet and see what shoes that they like, and then call Lathrop and Sons, and they can get you into the right pair for whatever deer hunter you're looking to buy for. Last but certainly not least, now this is going to be a sticker shock for everybody, but it is something that I feel like a lot of deer hunters skim on, and that is a good pair of binoculars. Now this is an expensive gift, but I wanted to include something that was high end in case you had high end money to spend on something. But these are the Maven B1.2s. These things are unbelievable for the price tag. They're going to run you close to $1,000, but they are probably, like, if I could describe how much better they are, like from a $200 pair of binoculars to a $1,000 pair of binoculars, you're talking about like probably like 20 times better as far as clarity and being able to see in low light. Is it a necessary gift? No, it's not. a lot of people, you know, that deer hunt don't necessarily spend a bunch of money on binoculars because maybe they don't, you know, think they need something like that. So that's why this makes a great gift, because it's probably not something a lot of hunters are going to spend that much money on. If you want to splurge and really buy a deer hunter something awesome, give them a pair of Maven binoculars. Can't go wrong with the company. They're direct to consumer. They got a lifetime warranty on them. They also replace them if they're broken or anything like that. No questions asked. And super good people. We also had Maven on the podcast a while back, and they went over all kinds of cool information about optics in general. So that is my final and most expensive gift, is the Maven optics, the B 1.2s, and you can't go wrong with them. You'll love them. All right, that is my list. Hope this is helpful for anybody that's looking for a gift for a deer hunter, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey everybody, if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. And if you like the clips, I got 2 more options for you. 2 options right here. Subscribe right here. See you guys.